Yeah, my name is Sherkhan. I'm from the U.S. I had a background in international relations. I was in graduate school a few years ago, and I left academia to pursue some opportunities in the startup space, particularly machine learning. I came out to Indonesia a couple years ago with my brother and some partners, and we had a company largely based out of Jakarta. And then I split off last year, and I decided to base myself out of Bali to pursue some of my ideas here. Yeah, I decided to move to Bali after I had visited here a bunch of times. The world is changing really rapidly, and I was in Jakarta for a while, and while Jakarta has a lot of co-working spaces and there's a lot of talent there, it's a really difficult city to exist in. It's just basically a lot of malls and traffic, whereas Bali has a it's kind of a hidden gem. It's a very fertile startup ecosystem. I think you can't tell because you see all these surfers and flip-flops, but there's actually a lot of these people that are digital nomads who have a really good work-life balance. The internet is as fast as anywhere in Indonesia. It's got direct flights to Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, Doha, direct flights all over the world. So it's, a very connected island. And so I think, I don't think 10 or 15 years ago people envisioned a volcanic island in the Indian Ocean being a startup hub, but I actually think it's got a lot more to offer people who are trying to build companies. I think Bali is a much better place than Singapore or Kuala Lumpur or Jakarta. Bali Bustle came on my radar last year. I think what was happening was I was at Cafe Organic in Seminyak, and there were a couple of women on the table next to me, and we started chatting because they were both American, and one of them was telling me about her company, and I think it was some kind of Instagram marketing company or something, and she mentioned it to me, and it looked like an amazing deal because it was cheaper than a hotel when you amortize it over a month, and it included a co-working space. So I had been working out of cafes all day, which are great, but it's great when you have an office that you can go to, so you don't always have to work out of cafes. My favorite thing about Bali Bustle, honestly, it's the staff and just the way it's overall designed. The owners, Charlene and her husband, they lived in North America for a while. They have a very international outlook. They're very practical, and so just it's so subtle, but it's all the little things that you need. When you're living in another country and you don't speak the language, you can sometimes get tripped up in the minutia of being in a different place. But Bali Bustle takes care of all the little things, so you just pay one flat monthly fee for your room, and you've got all these support services that really make your life much easier. Yeah, I think if you're pursuing a career where you can work largely remotely from your laptop, then it kind of doesn't matter exactly where you live on the planet, except for maybe, I think, time zones. So if you're from North America, Bali is basically the opposite side of the world. It's a 12-hour time difference. So if your job requires a lot of phone calls and meetings, you're gonna have to kind of split your day up into around 9 p.m. Bali time is around when people are entering the office, 8-9 a.m. East Coast US. So adjusting your schedule that way, but it actually works out great because you can break up your day. I always have a rule that I try to follow, but which is about 4 p.m. I close the laptop and I try and hit the beach. It only works out about half the week because you end up getting caught up doing other things, but it's a great work-life balance. And then just track your visas very carefully. My usual day, I wake up and have breakfast. So our apartments have kitchens. So Monday through Friday, I try and eat clean, eat healthy, and then so I just wake up, have my breakfast, have my coffee. I might go down to the office downstairs and work. There's a co-working space that everybody's down at, and then usually by the afternoon, different people at Bali Bustle will invite you to, go to the beach, go surfing, go boogie boarding, catch the sunset at around 5. There's basically every day there's something going on. So the social aspect of Bali Bustle is actually great because there's a WhatsApp chain, and then we have some subgroups, and so people who want to do stuff, there's always something going on, and so that's the best part of it.